Did IQs drop sharply in the past 30 years? Are there any adults left? I'm going to say something that might come as a shock and surprise. If you hate people you have never seen, never met, never known, you are a tool. You are being used as a prop, as a puppet on strings. Do not let people wind you up, put a battery up your backside, and send you off banging the drum like the bunny. Don't do that. Now, just like the California prison system is easier to manage if the inmates are at each other's throats along racial lines, society is easier to manage if the people are at each other's throats along political lines, because it breaks the power that the people have. They cannot work together and they are scattered. Now, when I look into the mainstream, when I look into what are the people's examples to live by, what the behaviors they will be exemplifying, what do I see? People yelling at the screen and each other, name calling professional tattletales and professional busybodies. Behaviors one would like to imagine have been bred out of an individual by first grade have been allowed to flourish. And much like Hulkamania, are running wild. So when I listen to this, I wonder, do the people actually believe their system has the answer for every conceivable problem that they have never even imagined, every little nuance? Because it is difficult for humans to imagine outside of their own experiences. And this is one of the ways in which I am freakish, because most of my experiences have been negative, but I have brainwashed myself into a more positive outlook. And that's what it is. It's brainwashing. To make one's mind awash in an idea is to brainwash. But do they actually believe like this is the system, this is it, this is the this is the zenith, this is what society, this is what human civilization has been working towards since the beginning? Well, the problem with every system, on paper every system will work, and then yet in practice, why does it fall apart? I'm going to give an example I always thought a lot of, but I don't think a lot of it as in, admiration. I think of it a lot as an example to keep myself in check. About 30 years ago, there was an attempt to strengthen child pornography laws. A good thing. But because of the language used in the law, bestiality was made legal. A noble intent with a monstrous outcome. And the unintended consequences. These things cannot be watched out for in many ways because they are outside. No one in that room writing the law was thinking, I'm gonna bang me a horse. But someone saw that and was like, I am gonna bang me a horse. Because people's minds are twisted and dark and inconceivable to a right mind. Now, back to my question. Why does the system fall apart in practice? Because the adherents of the system will follow the system. But what happens when the system runs against people who don't believe in it? People who just see it as a system to be used to get what they want. People who will corrupt the system. Now, this is really what decides whether a system will last or not. How prone to corruption it is and how it handles corruption. Because all people are going to be corrupt. It's just a matter of how much and in what ways. This is an unfortunate reality I have seen from the lowliest burger store employee. Well, I've only met CF, like the second or third in charge of a company. They were all corrupt, all the way down. People will use their power for their friends and use it to screw over people they don't like. Very, very few are honest and reliable, as in they do what their job is. So, corruption is what I would caution people to consider, because it doesn't cover every angle and people see things in very disturbed ways. And just like with those child pornography laws making bestiality legal, there will be consequences that you find inconceivable. But someone doesn't find it inconceivable, and someone finds it very conceivable. So, take heed. And don't be a puppet. Don't let people wind you up. Just shut it off. Shut it off.